Hello everyone, this is Emmy Saavedra of Champion Dentist, and we're a little behind today, and my apologies to that, and we will keep going. All right, so today's live training will be on profitability hacks. And the way I see it for any business profitability hacks, it's about what could be so practical, what's really common sense, implementable, and really just something anybody can just take on because you are in business. So I'm going to start with 3 different aspects of this training today. We are scheduled for a 15-minute training, and we'll make sure that it fills up your time and you're going to take away with a lot of really incredible things. All right, so we're going to start with principles. So in any business, profitability is your number one goal. We go into business because we want to have profitability, right? And of course, 3 simple principles I really always follow is number 1, I just spoke of it, it's being simple. Being simple means to say it is practical, it's common sense. And so that is our number 2 principle, is having common sense. And number 3 is that it has to be implementable. Implementable meaning to say anybody in your team, in our dental practice team, everybody can implement it together, whether it's individually or as a group. All right, so 3 principles you want to keep in mind. 1, simplicity. 2, practicality. 3, implementability. All right, so building on that, let me go through where we fail in our businesses as well. And so when I say fail, it's really about not meeting the goals or the outcomes of what we are intending. So failure is actually a good thing because success is measured by how many times we pick ourselves up as we fail. Because that is just part of life, part of everything we do, and especially in businesses. So the number 1 place that I can say one factor where we fail is number 1, is about poor and ineffective system. In every business, it's all about systems and processes. So we want to make sure your foundation is set very firmly inside systems and processes. And you can get me. I get you. As a dental practice owner, we went to school as a practitioner not to learn the system and processes. So I would say always seek a professional or someone who's really super competent and whose aptitude lies in creating systems and processes, right? So that's the number 1 place where we fail. So to have a successful system and business and process, we want to have one in place or seek one that can work for you. Number 2, number 2 is very close to my heart, dear to my heart, because I always work on it. The number 2 place where we fail is in our own perception. We call it the mindset, the attitude, and that's really one of the biggest things, because the more we open up our mind, the more we are receiving a lot of things that can help us in our growth process that we don't know, right? We call it what you don't know, you don't know. So where we fail, where practitioners or business owners fail, is their own mindset and their own openness. Perception is reality. So we want to be mindful of that, okay? So that is really a big factor where many people, it's like, my gosh, it's kind of like an ongoing uphill battle, and the solution is really very, very easy and simple. It's right staring at you in the mirror every day you wake up, and it's really in our own perception and how we are open. And when we're closed-minded, nothing can be received, nothing can grow. You're basically what they call your foot is nailed to the ground. All right, so always be a yes, and a big no is definitely something that might not serve you a lot of times. So number 3, where we fail, is in being with the wrong team or the wrong people, hiring the incorrect people that is not in alignment with who we are as a culture, as our design of how we want to see our business. So that is number 3. It's the discernment of the who that you are bringing into your business. So that is really key, because I always say it's not in the how. Anybody or any AI can tell you the how, but where we fail is in picking the wrong people to play with us, to launch our business, and to build our business. All right? So 3 places of failure to recap. 1 is a poor system. or ineffective system. Number 2 is a closed mindset or perception. Number 3 is in hiring or being with the wrong team, with your, incorrect creation of your team. All right, so that being said, let's move on. So the third category I'm going to talk about today is pertaining to the dental industry, right? So in our dental business, where do we fail? Let's go granular, let's go specifics. So one place to look at where we could do better with is the number of follow-ups. Missing follow-ups is a key factor in how we miss maximizing our potentials. That is a failure, right? A failure means to say it's just something that's not workable, that doesn't serve us. All right, so don't take it personally or emotionally. A failure is just something that's not working. So number 1 key is the missing of the follow-ups. Number 2 key is in a high number of no-shows. So any one of us, always, that happens to us even in everyday life. Your children will not show up for the time you set up, for the family to meet, or, my teammate is not showing up at the right time, where we have the weekly call. In business, our patients and clients are not showing up. So that is a huge deal, because you carved out time, resources for them, and chair time, most especially, and everything has a cost, right? So that's the number 2 factor where we fail inside our dental business. Number 3 is the poor follow-through. Follow-through, follow-up is key. That is the gold. So we want to make sure we have systems in place. Remember, I talk about systems of following through. The follow-through is very important, because that is where the gold field is. And if we don't dig it and mine it, then it's just going to sit there. And the worst is that somebody else will get to it. So poor follow-through is the number 3 element in any dental industry business. All right, the number 4. Where we really fail and can do better in our dental business, number 4 is very important. It's in team alignment. Remember, it's the who. Team alignment is key. Now, alignment does not mean agreement. Agreement is very distinct from alignment. So people can still disagree, and yet be aligned in the mission and the vision of the business. So make sure your vision and mission is very well carried through, and that the whole team is aware of it. All right? Okay, let's go to the winning end of this live training. So what are the winning tips? All right. Be very mindful of the winning tips. If you have anything you want to add on, feel free to put it on the chat. And Amy, thank you so much for being on the call. I really appreciate this. I'm always working with professionals who are very, highly respected and revered. And this is also part of how you can make a winning team win your business. All right. So winning tip number 1, leadership and team delegation. Remember what I say? It's never the how first, it's about the who. So you want to win, pick a team that will win for you and with you and by you. All right, so how do we do that? Make sure your communication is clear, that you are very clear as well with sharing your vision, your values, and the whole mission of why you exist, why your business exists, why everybody exists. All right, so that is winning tip number 1. Number 2, the speed to case acceptance and treatment. All right, success loves velocity. So the speed to close a case with your potential patient is very key. Now, I don't want you to focus on the numbers. Everybody is a human being. When I say close case, speed to it means to say you yourself, we ourselves are very well trained and educated on how to communicate properly and effectively. All right, so that takes a lot of training. I can help you with that anytime. My team can, and I fully believe that communication and the mastery of communication to connect and influence others is very, very essential and critical in any business. Now, mind you, always with integrity, okay? We're not here to manipulate. Do not ever manipulate, dominate. We're here to serve and make sure everybody feels that you care and what you're sharing is all about them. All right, that's winning tip number 2. Another winning tip, number 3, is capturing your leads and nurturing them. Remember what I say? Not just capturing, but nurturing them. That is the whole system that we can put in place to make sure that everybody is covered and you have a system that is effortless and seamless and very effective. All right? So that is number 3. Number 4, delegation. This is where your team mastery and leadership comes in. Delegating to the right people with the right personalities to the task that they do best. This is super important. All right? And why? Again, we talk about the who, not the how. The how will always show up with the right people. All right, so delegate masterfully, graciously, and competently. All right, so let's go to the last tip. The last tip is all about data. Numbers tell the story. Make sure that your team and our business are all data and goal driven. Goals translate to data. Data will show up how the goals are achieved or not met. All right? So make sure that system is also in place. Any questions, feel free to tell us or share with us anytime. ChampionDentist.com. Feel free to connect with me. I'm Emmeline Saavedra on Facebook and our team, and we're always happy to share with you. And sharing with you authentically is key. So thank you everyone for watching me. I really appreciate all of you, and I wish you all the best. All right? Best to everyone. All right. Till next week, 12 p.m. Arizona time, live on our Facebook page. Till later. All the best.